how to prepare and give an amazing kick-ass presentation. Today we're going to talk about 5 crucial points to deliver killer presentations. Stick around to the end as I will also talk about the easiest way to overcoming stage fright. Crucial point number 1, keep it simple, your slides. Now you already know this, the animation, the colors, the layout should be kept simple. Many of the new speakers, they make the mistake of overdoing and over-coloring, trying to create as much bright colors as they can, create fancy animations, but this usually ends up confusing the audience and they may not even be able to read the slides properly. After a short while, they'll just give up altogether. So use the themes that are already available on PowerPoint or whatever software you're using and choose the simplest one that will complement your speech. Now talk about something that you may not know. The content and the text must be kept simple as well. Many make the mistake of squeezing too much content. Oh, the more content I add into the speech itself, the better it will get. But that is far from the truth. When you squeeze too much content inside, you usually end up with big blocks of words. And the problem with big blocks of words is nobody reads them. Nothing says boring louder than a big block of text. So keep it simple. Avoid adding too much content. Break down big paragraph blocks into shorter lines, maximum of 3 lines or ideally 2 lines. If you can, add point forms instead, as many people, if they don't read all the text, they will at least read the point forms, provided there's not so many points in the point form. Now, if need be, further break it down into multiple slides. Add more white spaces into your text. So if you start out with this, now compare it to this. Which will be more pleasant to your eyes, or which will likely keep your eyes shut? So keep it simple. Number 2, make it visual, both your slides and your presentation. Use pictures, photos, memes, videos, lots of them. You can even use multiple photos just to represent one point. Talk about these photos, use it to tell a story and get them to visualize the scene in their mind, and this will greatly impact your speech. Show a video. Thanks to YouTube, there's a vast array of videos at your fingertips, ready to thrill and captivate your audience. As we all know, a picture paints 1,000 words. Crucial point number 3, now this is a big one. When doing a presentation, make it personal. Now what do I mean by that? Talk as though you're talking to a friend or a family member. Talk as though you're sharing something with that person. And by that, never read off the slide. Okay, don't be a narrator. Your slides are only supposed to be a guide to your key points. Just the key points. But the rest of the content, the emphasis, the explanation must be delivered by you. When you make it personal, use words like I, you, me, your, not we, they, how many of you, some of you, you guys. No, talk as though you're talking to a single person, but of course address your attention to the audience. When you talk like that, to that person, it makes them feel like, oh, you're talking to me. Like this message is addressed specifically to me. And therefore, the connection will be greater. When you make it personal, your tone, your vocal variety will naturally be great. So you won't have to worry about sounding monotonous. This one change, making it personal, puts you ahead of the vast majority of speakers out there. Heck, even some of the professors in schools, they don't make their lectures personal. Maybe you'll be able to recall that one particular class that always puts you to sleep. So, make it personal. Now the kicker, really pass off as a killer presentation. Point number 4, you need to be engaging. Now this may be difficult at first, but trust me, with practice, it gets easier and easier. So how do you be engaging? Simplest method is to engage the audience by asking them questions, get answers or physical responses from them. From the start, engage them, ask them a simple question. Raise your hand if you want to learn how to present confidently. Along the way, during a presentation, if it's a small group, keep asking them questions, get them to answer, facilitate the program itself. Another easy way to engage the audience, so much so that literally all eyes will be on you, where you can control how they're going to feel in the next few seconds, is to tell them a story. Don't just tell a story like you're reading a book. Narrate the characters, dramatize it, create a sound effect, and I go whoosh. Stories are extremely powerful if you know how to use them. And the final way to be engaging is to keep your energy high. Make it exciting. Talk as though you're excited. Tell jokes. If you notice that all impactful speakers, people like Anthony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Andy Harrington, all of them have very high energy. There's never a dull moment. Make it fun. Now, those are the 4 crucial points to delivering kick-ass presentations. And now the 5th, and arguably the most important part of this video, practice. Knowing those 4 points above is one thing, but delivering it is another. How do you deliver confidently if you don't have the experience? How do you defeat stage fright? And the answer is practice, practice, and more practice. Now, if you're an experienced public speaker, you just need to practice on your own to get the timing and the flow right. Even now when I'm tasked to deliver a brand new course, I sit down in front of my laptop, talk to myself with a stopwatch next to me, practice going through the entire speech again and again until I feel confident. But if you're new in public speaking and you have stage fright, you have the fear of having multiple eyes staring straight at you, then you will obviously need to practice more. Start off simple. Practice in front of your friends. Get your content and flow right first, and then present in front of your friend as though you're presenting to an audience. Remember to try to look at their eyes. But if even the thought of that, presenting in front of your friends, scares you, then you may want to try practicing in front of teddy bears and toys. I'm not joking. If you're so scared of presenting in front of actual people, start off with toys, bears that have eyes staring at you, and you do it alone in a room. Lay your toys out, those with the eyes, and as you present, look into their eyes. If you take this seriously, it will feel very much like the real thing. Gain the confidence first. Once you pass off with these toys, you can level up to your friends or family member, and once that is done, you're ready to face a live audience. Now remember, how can one gain experience without actually having any? And the answer is to practice, to train. And that's why professionals train the most. They go through the process repeatedly, mentally and physically, over and over again until they gain the confidence and the competence. Practice makes perfection. So those are the 5 crucial points you need to deliver a killer presentation. As you can tell, this is a brand new YouTube channel. If you find value in what I share, please subscribe to this channel. Leave a like and comment down below. Ask me anything about public speaking and I'll answer them as best as I can. In the meantime, look out for my upcoming video as I delve deeper into literally what I did as a shy introvert to overcoming my fear of public speaking in delivering my first ever speech. So, like and subscribe and I'll see you again.